I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take me a little bit longer to get things gathered together, but I will be starting shortly. As you can hear in the background, I actually have the game open. I'm actually at the main menu right now. Once I finish my preparations, I've got some stuff I'm grabbing. Actually grabbing a bite to eat too. Once my food's done cooking, I will start the stream or start playing some Valheim.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Valheim.
Good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, or good morning, whichever time of the day it happens to be for you out there in the world. I am Froggy and Navy 007, and you can also find me on YouTube at Frogman 007. All right, so today I'm going to be playing a little Valheim. I was having issues. I know on my calendar I have scheduled to play Half-Life Alyx. I'm having issues right now with I have to recalibrate my sensors and everything, so it's going to take me some time. And I've got stuff moving around inside my home right now, so it kind of puts a GIF on a lot of things right now. So I'm going to play a little bit of Valheim. So this weekend is a particular unique weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. Me also being in the active duty military for the U.S. forces. I am on a what we refer to as a 96. So I've got the next 3 days off. Now, I know I said 96, and that's 4 days. I didn't have yesterday off because I have once every 8 days, I have to protect my building for my country. So what we refer to as duty days. So I had duty yesterday, so I am free for the rest of the day. I'm going to be joining the Arm Corps crew today on Team Fortress 2. Hopefully we can get a little play in on later tonight about 5 p.m. My time, which is Eastern Standard Time. All right, so let me explain a few things. As you can see, if you download the main game itself through Steam, you will not see currently what you're seeing right now on my screen. ValheimPlus is a mod. All right, so there are many different mod websites out there. Make sure you're downloading the right one. One of the ones I'm using right now is actually tied into this one. This mod is called Thunderstorm Mod Manager. I was having issues with the last one I was having. A lot of the mods weren't updating right, or something was going wrong. So I switched over to this one, which just so happens to be a part of the. Hang on, see if I can pull it up. Where is the wolf? I can't seem to find it. Let's see if I can pull it up here. All right, let me quit that out of here real quick. That is Overwolf. I'm using Overwolf, which is got a group of it coincides. It works with a offline. It's part of the BattleNet stuff, but it works with Steam as well. So I've been using some of the stuff on there. You can get a bunch of mods and skins and stuff like that for the different games for through Steam. But the main game the way I'm launching it is actually through the Thunderstore app. Vice is launching it normally. All right, hang on. Let's fix this real quick. Let's see. Capture monitor 1. Yep, there it is. Next and done. All right, now you'll see everything I'm looking at. Obviously, there's a freaking ad on here, but here's some of the mods that I'm using in here. This is mainly the first top of the mod is that helps all other mods that I choose work with the game. So I've got both of them together. BuildHelper, ValheimPlus. This increases the. It makes the game funner. It gives you more things to do in the game. Not more than what there already is, but it increases it a little bit and makes it a lot funner. Got auto repair. Every time I walk up to the crafting stations, all my equipment is automatically repaired, so it's one less thing I have to worry about. And a few other quality of life things, some pin stuff. So certain areas are pinned on the map, so I don't have to worry about pinning things, so I can go back to certain places. I've got this one here, the auto fueling map, or the auto fuel map mod. Man, makes life so much easier. Throw all your fueling stuff, coal, wood, uh, resin, throw that into a box. And if it's within the area of whatever is required from that particular item, like say a fire pit or your furnaces and stuff like that, it'll automatically fill them. You just have to fill the box, plain and simple. Farm grids, like things to be neat in my farm, so that's why I have this one on. And then crafting from containers, awesome mod to have. I love this one. As you can see, I got a little heart next to it because instead of having to search for the materials I need for crafting certain items, I can just go straight to the crafting table within the radius of the workbench and just craft away. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I'm still using materials, but instead of pulling them out of my inventory, it's also pulling them out of the boxes, boxes and stuff around as well. All right. So the way this works, once you got your so I'll leave it. We'll do the actual how to get in and start up the game. If you haven't seen in my posts on either the Armcore Discord or the Zebra Monkeys channel, I am thinking about actually keeping the same mods. I will post them later on what the mods actually are, so people can download them and add them to their inventory. And I'm looking to actually open this up to the server and opening it up to have other people join me. Come in, build, go out and help battle bosses, collect things, and stuff like that in the game. Do some multiplayer stuff. So the way you would, instead of launching it from the main game app or icon from your desktop or from Steam, you want to start it from here and start it says modded. The window's going to pop up. Another window in the background is going to pop up. That second window is for the official Bet-In app applications that help with the mods to work correctly on Valheim. Yeah. So here's the game. The second menu. This is a good thing to have, and it lets you know if any of the mods are outdated. It gives you a little red warning and what mods are outdated, what mods are broken, stuff like that. Minimize that. And then we have ValheimPlus. Start my game. Here's my character. It's a nickname I had back in high school. It was over 20 years ago now. And then Homeworld. All right, now I'm going to open up my map real quick. All right, so on your vanilla or default Valheim, these will all be white, and this you put in yourself. So this is another mod called auto pinning. So like bosses will have their icon where they're at and give it a color. Dungeons like the Forsaken Crypts will show up with their icon above it. But you have to, well, for the crypts and dungeons and stuff, you have to actually enter the dungeon before it pops up on the map. You can still mark it yourself, but I got the mod to auto pin it anyway, so. Those of you that are not familiar with Valheim, Valheim is the 10th realm of Norse mythology. Man, my tongue is not working right today. So you're a warrior sent here by the almighty Odin to kind of fell his previous enemies that he's found before. When Odin went through his phase of constantly going through battles and conquer, he tossed all his enemies into the 10th realm. Once he was done with that and his warring, he felt the universe was safe. He cut off the 10th realm from the world tree. And if I can get a... I'll wait until we get back to the cabin first. But he cut them off from the world tree so they could never escape or cause harm again. Or threaten the universe again. Right now, all I'm doing is gathering materials and preparations to take on the first boss. Then I'll work my way towards... well, obviously I gotta set up a pit. I'm gonna be setting up where my my hut is located at. I'm going to kind of create my own little dock. Build my first ship, or build a raft, sail around, collect some stuff. I've played this before, so when I open up my crafting window or my building window, it's going to look a little different than if you're playing it for the first time. Because I moved this character, when the last big update came out, and they were adding new stuff to some of the realms here on the maps. It broke one of my saves, but it didn't break my characters. I have one that one of my streaming characters, and one I use for when I'm, some of the guys from my work decide they want to play. Hey, let's go play some Valheim. All right, well, I'll jump on this character. I will admit, I'm not that great of a player. I've only gotten to the second boss and gotten annihilated. I was not very well prepared, or as prepared as I thought I was. So I died a lot, and I lost a lot of equipment and got frustrated a lot. So now, once I take on the first boss, I'm going to be collecting mass amounts of stuff. Doing a lot of forging. Of course, I won't bore you guys with that stuff. I may just do it while I'm on the stream because I'm going to be probably streaming when I get it done. Oop. Like some of that resin. There it is. But my main goal for this weekend is I'm trying to reach affiliate. That way I can do, put out better streams, better quality streams, and get some more stuff that through Twitch. I will be posting the video later on my YouTube channel as well. Which I'm kind of in the midst of setting up. We'll put the bones in there. Oops, control. Feathers. I have to make another box. Oops. Furniture. Alright, so normally when you open up your menu, you won't, all you'll see is a fire pit. You might see the logs and stone, but that's normally it. Once you get, and obviously the raft. Once you get further in the crafting tree, and defeated the first boss, you'll get the rest of this stuff. Collecting iron stuff, and then copper and iron and stuff like that. You'll unlock those once you get further up in the trees. So there's some progression in it. So I've got a lot of extra building materials in here I can't use yet. I don't have the materials to build with or cannot collect except for the wood stuff. Simple wood stuff I can use. Once you get into like the fine wood and stuff where they need either bronze nails or iron. I haven't achieved that yet. So, or I haven't, you won't see all that stuff unlocked. And I believe once you defeat the first boss and collect your first bit of copper, you'll see your smelter and your charcoal kiln. I had to do this. I needed to put down a box. Let's see. We'll put that in there. Oh, cancel. I keep hitting shift. Oh, did it. Cancel. That come out. Yeah, see? That is the auto crafting or the auto repair. So every time I lock in, I don't have to worry about repairing all my items. It automatically repairs it once I interact with the workbench or that crafting station. Oops. Got after you upgrade your armor, that automatically pops it off. Alright, let's get this crap out of here. These are flint arrows. As you can see, I have a long trek back to where I was. I trek all the way back to over here. Long walk. The reason I'm going to those places because that's where you can collect some of the upgrade items you need for your armors and your weapons, and also where you can collect some of the source stones. So you can build your smelter and your furnace. Need to cook some more food. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate another one of the mods I have. As you can see, I have no uncooked food in my inventory. I have a habit of keeping it right next to the fire. It just makes it easier for me. So if you've got uncooked food in there, within the area of the radius of your tickets, it'll automatically put it on there once you interact with it. And you don't have to carry around a ton of food all the time. And the one thing I like about the food thing here in Valheim is you cook the food, you really don't need it, but it doesn't spoil either. It also has a certain order it goes in. It'll cook the boar meat first, then it'll cook the deer meat, and so on and so forth. Looks like it's going to the necktails next. Now we go into the deer meat. Deers and boar will give you two different types of leather. Your boars give you the scrap, and then the deer give you full leather and meat. Just sit here and cook up all this food real quick, and then I'll head back towards the. Well, I'm gonna fill up my inventory with the amount of meat that I need, and then I'll head back towards the dungeon. Yeah, it's kind of boring seeing me sit here and do this stuff, but I don't want to walk away because it doesn't take long after they're done cooking to turn into charcoal. Alright, let's put the extra meats in here. Not need to take that with me. Alright, I'm going to switch my berries out for the yellow mushrooms. Because more health and more stamina. Oh, it's getting dark, so I think what I'll do is I will sleep for the night. Or rest for the night. Actually, you know what I think I'll do? Alright, I got plenty. Ooh, deer heads. Alright. Off to face the boss. This boss is really not all that hard to deal with. Especially if you're gonna attack him from range like I normally do. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. And with each boss you fight against and win, you get a special power from it. And once I beat the first boss, I'll show you how we get that first special power. Come, dear. I still got a ways to go. Oh, there he is, right here. So it's almost a relatively clear area. The main thing here is if you want to know what you need for the hunt his kin, which are deer. Obviously, there's his kin. You put 3 deer trophies on here. Oh, that hurts. Yay! We defeated him. Now we've got his head and 3 horns or antlers. Now we have to return to our original spawn point. Because obviously when you first start the game, you won't spawn into a already pre-built hut. You have to build the hut yourself. Like I said, you're a one of Odin's dead warriors. He's giving you a second chance. To earn your right as a warrior, earn your and to earn your rights to return to enter I can't think of it. The one of the realm of the gods. You were brought here by one of the Valkyries. So when the Valkyrie drops you off, I'm almost there. Oops. You will spawn or be dropped here or spawn in here. If you haven't placed down a bed yet or crafted a bed and you die and you have to respawn, you will spawn automatically here at this point. So you have, there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major bosses that you'll have to fight. Here's the first one you will fight. It gives you his location here. And that will register that on your map. Once you've defeated him, hang his trophy, the trophy there, or his head there. And there's the first one. As you can see right here next to my health bar is my extra ability. This will extend or reduce the amount of stamina I burn when I run. This is the next boss. Oh, sorry, I've gone through all the first 2 bosses. Gotten to the 3rd one and literally had my butt handed to me. Each one of the stones will give you a description and an idea where you can locate him. First of the forest, king of the wood, lord over those who dwell at his feet. His roots will grow where cities once stood. Their blood, his wine, their flesh, his meat. So the next area we'll be entering into and collecting materials from is a place called the Dark Forest. Or the Black Forest, sorry. And that's where we will find and going through those dungeons there, or the Forsaken Crypts, to locate, well, there will be another marker like this, which will pop the second boss's location on our map. And the locations of the crypts are on the outside of, just on the very edge of the Black Forest and the meadows. So you see here, this is all Black Forest. It's just inside the Black Forest, but it's still relatively close to the meadows. But it's also close to the cold region as well, so we get a little damage going in. Alright, so let's head back. Empty our inventory out somewhat. Where am I going? My head's to the north. I did was I right-clicked on the icon and it crossed it out. That kind of lets me know, hey, I've already defeated him once. I can move on to the next boss. I can do that with the crypts as well. Also by right-clicking on the icon will delete it. Got myself a nice little waterway here. Channel's well protected. Got a nice little opening to the bay here. And then I'll build out my little own little port. F activates the skill, which I just accidentally did. Clear my stuff. There we go. Now we can craft our 3 antler pickaxes. This will help us mine copper. But I'm not going to need them right now because I still need to find enough to build the kilns and stuff. Oh. And if you want to collect more of those antlers, you just have to fight the boss again, and you'll get 3 or 2 each time. And once I get into the start collecting iron and stuff, I can make bigger boxes which have larger storage in them. And I'll start making convert this building over into stone, create myself a nice little forging area. And then make some nice looking, make my pier look really, really nice. Alright, go around and gather tools and stuff. I have so many hammers because at the beginning of the game, until you get the house built, you cannot use the workbench until you have a roof over it. It will not work. Oops. Put torches there. Ah, there it is. I'm not going to need my flint arrows, so I'll throw those in there. Don't have that many of them in the first place. Let me double check on something. Fine wood and core wood. Fine wood we can collect from spruce trees and firs, which are located in the dark forest. And the core wood we collect from the pine trees, which are also in the dark forest. So either way, we have to go to the dark forest in order for me to craft the better bow. Throw the meat in here. A nice little storm, so we'll wait it out. Dry off. Can't get into bed wet, so we have to obviously wait until it's gone. Getting close to a fire will dry you out faster. And it has to, fire has to be covered, or the rain will, well, water will put it out. The rain will put it out. All right, time for a long trek. Now I could just jump in a raft and sail up this way, but that raft takes so long to get anywhere. It'll be just as fast to walk there than it would be to sail there. Try not to collect too much stuff along the way. I want to keep my inventory as empty as possible. So the thing I'm going to be looking for is the... hang on. You can find these, this particular in the Forsaken Crypts. And that's why they're so important. Because the more of the stuff you have, certain items you can build. So I am looking for these little guys here. Surtling cores. These surtling cores, collect so many of them, and you can create different things for them. And to find those, we open up our build menu. All right, so crafting. I need at least 5 for the smelter and 5 for the kiln. So I need a total of 10. I could just survive off of 5, you know, destroy my kiln, build, and then build the smelter, smelt the copper. But it's a lot easier if I just go ahead and build them, get enough to where I can build them both. Now, I'll probably mine some copper later on, bring it back, you know, and do the whole get some coal going, and then drop it down and build me a smelter. That way I can have, you know, start crafting the forge, and then by crafting the forge, I can get me a better axe and stuff like that. Better weapons and armor. All right, and I'm heading off. I timed that completely wrong. I didn't grab a pickaxe. Well, no big deal. It can wait. The main thing is to get my get a kiln built, then work on build a box for it. Build up my build a couple boxes, one for coal and then one for wood. Build up my coal. Then break it down, turn it into a smelter. Go get some copper, mine some copper. That way I can upgrade my pickaxe and upgrade some of my weapons and stuff as well. Get myself a nice copper axe or bronze axe. Copper ores and tin ores can be found in the Black Forest. So that's where we'll mainly be going to collect that stuff. But things like once we get into iron, we have to go into the swamps. Collect as many bones as I can because that'll help upgrade my armor. Now it's going to get a little dark in here. I'm going to be collecting the yellow mushrooms because they eat those, increase your stamina, health. Each item you cook has its own nice little stats in that. Health stats, stamina stats, health and stamina boosts, stuff like that. So they're not not everything you eat is the same, and they each has its own specific characteristics, which is cool. There's another game out there. It was just released. I want to say just over a year now. Called Icarus, that utilizes some of the aspects of the food system of this game in their game. So certain foods have certain characteristics. Increases your health, increases your stamina. There ain't nothing here. Wow. Really ain't much here, I should say. Okay, that's the end of that dungeon. Some of these crypts are not all that big. Some of them are relatively large. And they'll have a lot of stuff in them. This one in particular is really dangerous to me because I'm not prepared for the cold. As with these guys, you'll get components from them as well. Wood, resin, and oh, they didn't drop any this time. You'll get some other components from them. Grayling eyes, or gray ward eyes. Those are for building portals. There they are. And one thing I want to be careful of, because gray dwarves and that are not the only deadly things in the dark forest I have to watch out for, especially along the coastline. There are trolls. There's no pine here. It's all just fur. I need to collect a little fur anyway. Oh, that's just plain wood. Okay. All right. I will head back now. I may go out a little bit later to try and locate some more of these. Well, we can scope out a little bit further, I guess. Some spots the black forest won't be as big. Like here, the black forest is really not that large. So I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and assume that and guess that this is not going to be a portion of the black forest. Well, I will be fighting the boss. I may have no choice but to hop on a raft and go to another location. This is stone. But spots like this is where you'll be mining copper from. I don't think they're that big. Maybe in a bad spot because the dark forest is not going to be that big because it's right on the edge of the mountains. Here's a copper bit right here. Copper deposit. Antler and mine some copper, but I can't really do anything with it because I don't have enough cores. How many did I pick up? 1. So I'll have a total of 4. So I'll need to find some more of the crypts and stuff like that in order to collect some more of the cores so I can build my furnace and smelter. That way I can upgrade my equipment so I can do more damage. One thing that'll give a crypt away of its location is if you get attacked by skeletons. So it's a good idea to keep your eyes open and kind of look around a bit, especially if you're right on the edge of the Black Forest and the meadows. Find little spots like this. Usually they'll have like skeletons, but they don't have any here. So that way, if a skeleton comes at you, you can get a general idea and location of where his crypt is. Oh, okay. See that there? Off in the distance there between the trees? That is a troll. I don't want to deal with that right now. Not until I get the better bow. The gray dwarves and the skeletons will fight. So wherever you see a gray dwarf and it looks like it's fighting something, maybe taking on a skelly. Another thing with mining, you have to keep your eyes open because mining copper or mining the copper ores will attract the trolls. So if you are already playing this in multiplayer and you've gotten up to the point where you can start, you've got the antler pickaxes and you can start mining copper. Go out in pairs and double the time you mine, the amount of copper you can mine. And then have the one of you guys keep constantly keeping a lookout. If you're just starting to mine copper, don't mine too much copper at once. Just find out how much copper you need to craft the item that you need, or at least not mine a lot. Because if you mine too much or you collect too much, you can overburden yourself, end up turning around and now you have to stroll all the way back home. But you keep running out of you will eventually run out of stamina because you're carrying too much. You have to throw something out, and usually your ores are your heaviest items in order to gain your stamina back. What I like to do, especially if I'm in dire need of the ores, is or like iron especially, if I've mined too much, I'll throw the ore out, wait until my stamina, regain my stamina, and then head out again. Alright, there's one copper vein there. Alright, it's getting dark out, so the gray dwarfs will be out in droves. So I'm going to start heading back home. Once I get back home, I'll wrap the stream up there. I'll probably do some more solder core collection, and then get my base set up or established a little bit more. I'll probably have collected and mined some copper. Collected and the woods and stuff I need to make some of the weapons I'll need for taking on the next boss. I do highly recommend using a fine bow if you're doing it solo. But if you're doing multiplayer, have multiple different groups, different people with different weapons. Just like you would have on any MMO or MM game. You know, have one guy kite or aggro him, and then the other guys hit him from a distance. Oops, I'm heading the wrong way. I want to go away from the Black Forest. If I brought my hammer with me, I could have built a raft and just sailed my way around. Or sailed my way back to home. Ah, perfect timing. Now I can run for longer. We got a long ways to go. It kind of sucks being this far out, but you know what? I'm not really that well established yet, so I may end up moving my main base location to a better bay where it's more open, not so closed in or in such too shallow of waters. That way when I craft my boats, I know they won't get damaged immediately upon crafting. Oh, I need scraps for that. What scraps do I need? 6. Finding big stones like this, it would come in handy when you start converting your base over from wood to stone. And trust me, once you start mining iron, crafting your main building, building and stuff, and building a wall out of stone, it will be a big help later on. Because every so often, if you haven't faced the next boss in a while, they send their minions after you. So like with the Yggdrasil, he'll send the wild animals after you. The next boss sends the Grey Dwarves and stuff, Shaman, and Thralls, I think they're called, after you. Which is nice. It means you can collect the materials you need to. Because like with every boss, you have to collect certain things in order to summon them. You just can't go locate them and boom, now you're in a boss fight. You have to physically summon them, and then which requires sacrifices. So like with Yggdrasil, you need Igthrar. You need deer heads, hunt his kin, deer trophies, I should say, in order to summon him to fight him. With the forest boss, you need seeds, a specific type of seed in order to summon him. Where am I going? I didn't go back to the house. And then you need bones to summon the blob, and so on and so forth for every other boss. They have unique items that you need to collect in order to summon them. Alright, dry off here, hit the rack, and then I may go out and explore a little bit more and continue this after the stream. I do appreciate y'all coming by. Please follow the stream if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't follow. I'm just trying to work on... I'm going to be jumping on again later tonight with the Core Discord group and doing a little Team Fortress 2. Then tomorrow I may stream some more Valheim, or I'll pick a different game to jump into. Haven't really decided yet. Usually on my my long weekends that we get, I try to stream as much as I can. I try to frequently stream on Saturdays. I haven't the last couple Saturdays because it's been relatively busy. Again, I thank you for stopping by and watching my video. Hope to see y'all soon. Y'all come back now, you hear?